Christian Watson. Is this thing on? Hey, what's up, everybody? Want to say thank you. We just hit 20,000 subscribers, so I do appreciate all you guys for watching these videos. I love making these videos, so I'm appreciative. I'm grateful, so thank you so much for that. So I want to get into something about Christian Watson that I came across earlier this week. I shared on my Instagram at Real Sideline Scoop. If you haven't followed me over there for up-to-date Packers things as well on Instagram. But here is what I came across, and it's the 2022-2023 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year odds. If we look at the top 5 here from all positions, we have Kenny Pickett plus 500, Drake London plus 700, Treylon Burks plus 800, Breece Hall plus 800, and then Christian Watson at plus 800. And so when we look at that, we have Drake London, number 1 overall there for rookie wide receivers. And then we have Treylon Burks tied with Christian Watson. So right here, you can see the top 9 wide receivers when it comes to rookie of the year odds for wide receivers. And even though Christian Watson was drafted as the 7th wide receiver in this draft class, he is tied for second for the highest odds to win rookie of the year for wide receivers, just barely behind Drake London. Drake London plus 700, Christian Watson plus 800, barely behind Drake London, who is the number 1 drafted wide receiver overall, who went number 8 to the Falcons, as opposed to Christian Watson going number 34 overall to the Packers. So one thing I think this just shows you is the sports books, see Christian Watson as one of the better wide receivers in this draft class, just because I think when you look at the opportunity he has in Green Bay with Devontae gone, there's no doubt in my mind that he has a potential to come in year 1 and, do some damage. Will he? We don't know, and I do think that we have to give him the opportunity to develop. So if he's not playing well in year 1, I'm not going to say, oh no, Christian Watson isn't a good wide receiver. Like, I think it could take time, but at the same time, it might not. And that's why I like looking at some sportsbooks odds, just because, they don't know everything, but it's up to them to set the lines right. And if they get things, wrong, that sort of hurts their bottom line and they lose money there. So I think that they have somewhat of a reasonable idea to, which player could potentially, finish the year as Rookie of the Year. And if we look like further down on this list right here, we have Chris Olave, who went a lot, like 20 picks higher than Christian Watson, going 5th. We have Sky Moore, who went later at plus 1,000. Then we have Jameson Williams at plus 1,200 to the Lions, and then Jahan Dotson plus 1,800, who went 16th to Washington. I think a big part of this clearly has to do with who is throwing the ball. We have Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer quarterback, throwing to Christian Watson. So when you add Aaron Rodgers plus 169 targets gone from Devontae, 55 targets gone from Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I think that's why Christian Watson still is seen as one of the top wide receivers by sportsbooks right now currently. And then if you look at a guy like Jameson Williams, who is a very talented wide receiver, he's 12th for the Lions. Partly, of course, he has that injury. Who knows when he'll be back. But he has Jared Goff throwing to him. Jahan Dotson plus 1,800 has Carson Wentz throwing to him. So it makes sense that Christian Watson is number 3 overall. Another thing that has been discussed with Christian Watson is his drop problem in college. It was reported, as I talked about in a previous video, that he was having some drops during practice. But one thing someone commented got my attention, which made me go do some research, and that has to do when it comes to drops. Because last year, Ja'Marr Chase in the preseason, there were lots of reports coming out that, he was struggling with drops. Of course, he comes in and has an insane year. But if we still look at the players who dropped the ball the most, Deebo Samuel was number 1 with 12 drops, and Ja'Marr Chase was number 2 with 11 drops. So just because a player is dropping the ball doesn't mean they can't be a productive receiver. You can't always drop the ball or you're going to do nothing in the league. But if you occasionally drop the ball, it doesn't really matter. So Christian Watson could even drop the ball 11, 12 times like Ja'Marr Chase and Deebo Samuel and still put up monster numbers. So those are the few things I wanted to cover right now. But thank you guys so much for watching as always. Follow me on Instagram, Real Sideline Scoop. And that is all.